Hello and welcome back to another nail video. I am taking a small break from my mini series 31 Nails of Halloween to do a quick feel on my sister. Yes, she is back and I am so grateful for that. So here I am starting off just removing her gel polish, and I am using my Melody Suzie E-file and my 5-in-1 nail drill bit just to remove her polish. And I have my E-file set to about 7,000 RPMs to remove her gel polish. And this 5-in-1 nail drill bit is one of my favorites when it comes to removing gel polish because of the shape. I don't even have to worry about like cutting my client or anything like that, which is really, really nice. And once all of her gel polish has been removed, I use my cuticle pusher to gently push back her cuticles because I want to expose as much of her nail bed as possible. Next, I am using my fine grit sanding band to go around her cuticle area as well as across the top of the nail. But this time I have my E-file set low to about a 3 or 4 because the sanding band can get pretty hot and it can burn your client. So you want to keep the RPMs pretty low. And also another trick that I've learned is you want to keep moving. You can't keep your E-file set in one place for too long because that will cause a heat spike for your client. So I try to go quick and smooth, and I never stay in the same spot for too long.
Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, let me make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. And another woman that can take your spot, my love. So don't give away.
And I know it doesn't seem as if she needs a fill, but if you look right here, there is a small gap, and my sister is the type of person, she doesn't like to see any of her new growth, which I am fine with. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that filled in for her today.
Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, when you become my lady, girl, you amaze me. You gotta do
And after that, I used a manicure brush and some alcohol to remove all of the dust and debris from her nails. And now I am priming the nails. And I do prime her nails twice because to me that helps with retention. And of course, I'm using Mia Secret, their liquid monomer, as well as their natural pink acrylic. And since there is not a lot to fill, I am using my number 8 acrylic brush. Yes, it is very, very tiny, taking me back to my nail school days, but that is okay. I make it work. And I just pick up a small bead and place it a little before the cuticle area. And then I use the tip of my brush to kind of push that acrylic back towards the cuticle area and kind of like tuck it in place before I swipe that product down so that it blends well. Now, I would like to mention that I did add just a little bit of acetone to the monomer so that the product would dry a little quicker, because I don't know, I think it may have been a little chilly in the room, which was causing the acrylic to be a little runny. So I fixed that by adding a little acetone to the monomer. And I also make sure that I clean around her cuticle area very well, because I don't want that product stuck to her skin because it can cause irritation. And moving right along to her other hand, I am going to go ahead and prime this hand. Now, I do prime the hands one at a time because the primer is only good for 15 minutes. And when you apply the primer to the nail, you want the primer to still be wet when it's time to lay the acrylic application, which is why I prime one hand at a time. And I laid the acrylic just as before. I pick up the bead, make sure that it has that shiny glossy color that I'm looking for. I place the bead down, and then I use the tip of my brush to push that product back, kind of tucking it into the cuticle area. I keep that cuticle area clean, and then I feather that product down so that it will blend well with her nail. And I do want to apologize because as I'm watching it back, sometimes as I turn her nail, it gets out of the camera's focus. But I'm doing that because I want to see the side profile of the nail just to make sure that it's all even and that I don't need to add any additional product anywhere. And once that acrylic is laid, I am using my 80/80 grit nail file to file and shape these nails. And since I did such a good job laying the acrylic, it won't need too much filing, which is pretty good because, of course, that saves you time. And next, I go back in with that 5-in-1 nail drill bit and my Melody Suzie e-file. But this time, I would say my RPMs are around a 4 to a 5. And I am just sealing around the cuticle area. And then I will go across the nail a couple of times just to make sure it's smooth.
Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, let me make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. Now if I wrote you a love note and made you smile with every word I wrote, what would you do? Would that make you wanna change your scene and wanna be the one on my team? Tell me, would you? See, what's the point in waiting anymore? 'Cause girl, I've never been more sure, baby, it's you. 'Cause ring here represents my heart and everything that you've been waiting for. Just say I do. Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, let me make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, let me make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. My love. My love.
And then I go back in with my fine grit sanding band. Again, I'm probably at a 3 or 4 RPMs. And I just go around her cuticle area as well as across the top of the nail. And last but not least, I use my buffing block to buff her nails to remove any scratches that may have been left from filing and to get these nails all prepped for polish. Next, I have her wash her hands really good just to get rid of all of that dust and debris. And then I apply a very thin layer of base coat to each nail.
Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing, slow down. Baby, we took a trip, now we only a plug, and it's like a ghost town.
Next, I apply a very thin layer of this light brown gel polish. And I do believe this is from Beetles. I'm not exactly sure. However, I will leave a link in the description box down below, as well as a link to all of the products that I used in today's video.
If I wrote you a symphony, just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do? If I told you you were beautiful, would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl like you. This ring here represents my heart, but there's just one thing I need from you. Say I do. Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, let me make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. You a love note and made you smile at every word I wrote. What would you do? Would that make you wanna change your scene and wanna be the one on my team? Tell me, would you? See, what's the point in waiting anymore? Cause girl, I've never been more sure. And baby, it's you. This ring here represents my heart and everything that you've been waiting for. Just say I do. because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You can be my baby, wanna make you my lady, girl, you amaze me. Ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You can be my baby, wanna make you my lady, girl, you amaze me. Ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. My love, my love. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. My love, my love.
And for today's design, she was going for more of a sheer look. So we decided on only the one coat of the brown gel polish. But I am going to be applying chrome a little later in the video. So right now I'm applying a very thin layer of the Beetles top coat. And I'm going to cure this hand for 30 seconds before I rub the chrome on top. Okay, and here I am rubbing the chrome powder directly onto the nail. Before, I used to use a makeup applicator, but let me tell you, the finger works so much better. I mean, if you notice, the pinky has a different color chrome. That was the first chrome I picked up, but she didn't quite like that color. And I agree with her. I think this chrome turned out so much better. So cute. And then I just repeat that same step on her other hand. I'm going to apply a thin layer of that Beetles top coat, let that cure for 30 seconds, and then rub the chrome powder on top. And after I rub this chrome powder in, I'm going to go ahead and have her put her hand back in the lamp for an additional 30 seconds. And then I will top coat both hands. And these are how her nails turned out. They are so cute. I love them. She loved them. They really are so pretty. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next nail video.